Have you noticed how almost every online store now offers that one tempting button at checkout? Buy now, pay later? You click it once and suddenly, the product that seemed just out of reach becomes yours. No credit card, no pressure, no guilt. Feels like magic. But what if I told you that this convenience is quietly destroying your financial future? What if buy now, pay later isn't your friend, but the most dangerous trap the modern financial system has ever built? Stick around because by the end of this video you'll see exactly how BNPL, buy now, pay later, is keeping millions stuck in invisible debt, and how you can protect yourself before it's too late. Welcome to Cash Lens DR, where we uncover the hidden truths about money, wealth, and financial freedom that most people will never tell you. My name is Kelvin, and if you're new here, our mission is simple: to help you take control of your money, grow your wealth, and escape the financial traps society sets for you. So before we dive deep, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and drop a comment below telling me where you're watching from. Because today's topic might just change the way you look at spending forever, and I promise by the end of this video you'll think twice before clicking that pay later button again. The story of BNPL starts with a simple idea: make shopping easier. A few years ago, companies like Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm began offering a new kind of payment plan. Instead of paying the full price up front, you could split it into 4 smaller payments. No interest, no fees, no stress. Sounds harmless, right? That's exactly how they want it to sound. But behind the shiny marketing and friendly pastel colors lies something much darker. BNPL is the new credit card, only smarter, subtler, and far more addictive. Let me tell you about Rachel. She's 27, works a decent job, earns about $3,500 a month, and tries to live responsibly. But like most people, she scrolls through online stores late at night. One day she sees a jacket she loves, $120. It feels expensive, but there it is: buy now, pay later, 4 payments of $30. Easy. She clicks. A few days later she does it again: new shoes, new headphones, maybe a kitchen gadget. Each time it's only $25, only $40, only a small payment. Fast forward 3 months, and Rachel owes $600 in BNPL installments, all due at different times to different companies. She's juggling reminders, late fees, and confusion. The worst part? She doesn't even realize how deep she's gone because none of it feels like real debt. It's invisible debt, and that's exactly how it kills. This is the genius and danger of BNPL. Traditional credit cards make you pause. You see a credit line, a balance, a statement. But BNPL hides the cost behind comfort. You don't feel the pain of spending. Psychologists call this payment illusion. When you separate the pleasure of buying from the pain of paying, people spend up to 30% more. And BNPL companies know this. They're not financial charities, they're billion-dollar businesses built to exploit your psychology. Every tap, every swipe, every installment plan is designed to make you spend just a little more than you planned. You see, credit card companies used to be the villains. They made billions off interest and fees. But people wised up. They started paying off balances and avoiding interest. So the system evolved. BNPL became the next evolution of consumer debt. Only this time it's packaged as empowerment. The marketing says no interest, but what they don't say is that late fees can be brutal, missed payments can wreck your credit, and the sheer number of overlapping installments can destroy your cash flow. The average BNPL user now owes to 3 or more different companies at once, and most have no idea how much they truly owe until it's too late. And here's the thing: BNPL isn't just changing how we spend, it's changing how we think about money. It creates the illusion of affordability. You start believing you can afford more because you only see small chunks, not the whole cost. A $1,000 purchase becomes just $250 4 times, and your brain thinks it's cheaper. But math doesn't lie, it's still $1,000. The only thing that changed is your perception. And when perception changes, discipline disappears. I experienced this myself. A few years ago I was browsing for a new camera. I saw the BNPL option, 4 payments, no interest, and thought, why not? I could keep my cash flow intact and still get what I wanted. But what started with 1 purchase became 5. Within months, I had over $2,000 in scattered payments across multiple platforms. Each one felt small, manageable, until the due dates overlapped. Suddenly, I was paying hundreds in a single week. I wasn't in debt, but I wasn't in control either. That's when I realized, BNPL doesn't just take your money, it takes your awareness. Now, let's talk about the emotional side. Because BNPL isn't just financial manipulation, it's psychological warfare. These companies know that shopping isn't about logic, It's about emotion. They target you when your dopamine is high, when you're excited, inspired, and impulsive. They make buying frictionless. One click, one promise, and you're done. There's no checkout pain, no second thoughts, no reminder of sacrifice. That's how habits form, through repetition without reflection. And over time, those small, harmless payments become your new normal. But the real problem starts when life happens. An emergency, a job loss, an unexpected bill. Suddenly, those easy payments aren't easy anymore. You're scrambling to cover multiple due dates, each one tiny, but together overwhelming. Late fees kick in, your credit score drops, and the stress returns. And that's when BNPL reveals its true face. It's not your friend, it's your leash. Meanwhile, the companies thrive. Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm have exploded into billion-dollar giants because they've tapped into something banks never could: the psychology of convenience. They've turned your brain's reward system into their profit engine. And every time you split a payment, they win twice. Once when you buy, and again when the retailer pays them a cut of your purchase. That's right. Retailers pay BNPL providers up to 6% of every sale because they know it works. BNPL isn't designed to help you buy smarter. It's designed to make you buy more. And here's the scary part: it's not slowing down. BNPL is expanding into groceries, utilities, and even healthcare. That means people are now financing food, electricity, and medical bills. Think about that. The basics of survival are being turned into payment plans. The line between want and need is disappearing, and the trap is getting bigger. But let's pause and look deeper at why this works so well. It's not just the marketing, it's the mindset. Most people don't have a spending problem, they have a clarity problem. They don't see the full picture of their money. BNPL thrives in confusion. It fragments your financial reality. You might think you have $500 free this month, but you actually owe $300 across 4 different apps. That's why it feels like your money evaporates even when you're earning more. So how do you break free? The first step is awareness. Stop seeing BNPL as harmless. Treat it for what it is: debt in disguise. Every installment plan is a contract. Every later is a promise to pay with future energy. If you wouldn't take a loan to buy something, you shouldn't use BNPL for it either. The second step is visibility. List every BNPL plan you currently have, the company, amount, and due date. Seeing it all in one place will shock you. Most people underestimate their total BNPL debt by over 40%. The truth hurts, but it also frees you. The third step is replacement. Replace the habit of BNPL with the habit of delayed gratification. If something costs $200, transfer $50 into a savings account each week until you can buy it outright. The wait will teach you patience, and the ownership will feel real, not rented. And finally, the fourth step: build financial immunity. Start an emergency fund so you never have to finance your future again. BNPL feeds on desperation. Savings destroy it. When you have money set aside, you don't need to borrow tomorrow's peace to enjoy today's comfort. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but BNPL helps me manage my cash flow. And yes, in rare cases it can be used wisely, like spreading out a necessary purchase without interest when you're disciplined. But here's the problem. Most people aren't disciplined when convenience is involved. The data proves it. Over 60% of BNPL users admit to spending more than they planned because of the option. That's not control, that's manipulation. Let's be real, wealth doesn't disappear overnight. It's eroded slowly by habits like this. Every time you split a payment, you split your focus, your awareness, and your control. BNPL is the death of financial mindfulness. It tricks you into thinking you're budgeting while you're actually borrowing. Think about the future. Imagine 10 years from now, BNPL embedded into everything: groceries, gas, even subscriptions. You'll have no idea what's yours and what's owed. That's not freedom. That's modern serfdom wrapped in a pastel pink app. And if you think that's an exaggeration, look at the numbers. BNPL default rates are rising every year, and regulators are only just catching up. The same pattern that led to the 2008 credit crisis is quietly repeating. Only this time it's decentralized, digital, and disguised as convenience. So the question becomes, do you want to be a consumer or do you want to be in control? Because those two things rarely coexist. The wealthy don't buy now, pay later. They save now, buy later. They don't chase instant gratification, they create lasting satisfaction. BNPL is for people who trade peace for pleasure. Real freedom is buying something once, not 4 times. If this message resonates with you, take it seriously. Go through your accounts today, cancel unnecessary BNPL plans, and start building a habit of intentional spending. Track every dollar, every subscription, every plan. When you make money visible, you make power possible. And here's what I want you to do right now. If this video opened your eyes, hit the like button so more people can see the truth behind the BNPL illusion. Comment below if you've ever used BNPL and how it affected your finances. Your story might help someone else realize they're not alone. And if you're serious about mastering your money and taking back control, subscribe to CashLensDR right now. Every week, we drop videos that expose the hidden traps of modern finance, reveal wealth-building strategies, and help you design a future where your money works for you, not the other way around. BNPL is the newest game in town, but it's still the same old story: easy now, pain later. The system wants you comfortable enough to stay compliant, and distracted enough to stay broke. Don't fall for it. You don't need to borrow your future to enjoy your present. Build your foundation, stay aware, and remember, freedom isn't about affording things, it's about not needing to. Money isn't evil. Debt isn't the enemy. Ignorance is. And every time you learn something new, you break one more chain. So the next time you see that little "buy now, pay later" button, stop and ask yourself one question: who's really benefiting from this? Me or them? Because once you start seeing through the illusion, you can't unsee it. So before you click that button, remember this video. And remember that the path to wealth is never built on convenience, it's built on consciousness. This is Kelvin from CashLensDR, reminding you that every choice with money is a vote for your future. Choose wisely. And I'll see you in the next one.